Hi, myself Apurva Jyoti. Today we are going to learn about mountains, plains, and rivers of Europe. Europe has several snow-covered mountains. In Europe, there are many number of mountains which are covered with snow. Among all these mountains, Alps, which are the most important mountain ranges of Europe, which you can see in map 1. Light brown color shaded parts are mountain ranges and Alps, which are the most important mountain ranges of Europe, and these are covered with snow all year round. Means for the entire year, for the full year, these mountains are covered with snow, and these are the most important mountain ranges of Europe. Cascade mountains which lies between Black Sea and Caspian Sea. Cascade Mountains, which are also shaded in brown, light brown color, but it lies between Black Sea and Caspian Sea, where you can see in map 1, Black Sea is also shaded in blue color indicating water. Caspian Sea is also indicating water, and in between these two seas you can see Cascade Mountains, which are light brown shaded part. These are forming southern boundaries of Europe. Means they are forming south boundaries. As they are down to the Europe, they are forming southern boundaries of Europe. These are very high and covered with snow all year round. Like Alps, these are also covered with snow, and that too for the entire year, and they are very high. There is a lot of difference between Asia and Europe, as we have learnt that Asia and Europe belong to one landmass and they are together called as Eurasia, right? But there is a lot of difference. What is the difference? That difference is nothing but in Asia you can see many number of plateaus. Remember, in Asia you can see many number of plateaus, but in Europe no large plateaus are seen, but only small plateaus can be seen in Europe, that too in countries like France, Germany, and Spain. But there are vast plains in Europe, which you can see in map 1, which I have posted. East European plains. These are the vast plains of Europe, and these are stretching, expanding through countries like Russia, Ukraine, Poland, and many other countries. These plains experience heavy snowfall. These East European plains experience heavy snowfall, means too much of snowfall, more amount of snowfall is seen, and bitter cold in winter. And in winter it will be very cold, too much cold in these plains. But as soon as summer starts, snow starts melting into small streams, and all these small streams, they join together and they form mighty rivers. Rivers like Dnipro and Volga, which is the longest river of Europe, originated from these plains. These plains, like East European plains, which are there in the map 1, you can see from there rivers like Dnipro and Volga are originating in the sense starting. European rivers are used not only for transportation. See, we all know that rivers, waterways helps in transportation, like through ships, boats and all. The same way here, even European rivers not only help for irrigation in the sense supplying water to the agriculture land, crops and all. Not only for that, they also helps in transportation of goods, of people from one place to another, traveling. It helps in waterway traveling also. Like international trade, it can be helping. This rivers, European rivers helps European people to travel within from one country to another country for business. Business is nothing but trade, exchange of goods and services, or transporting the people from one country to the other country, goods they are exchanging. For these purpose also, European rivers are helpful. River Rhine is one of the important river as it flows through several countries and empties itself into North Sea. River Rhine, which is there, which you can see in picture number 2, which I have posted. This river is also the important river which passing through several countries and going and emptying itself, completely joining into North Sea, where you can see there in the picture number 2, blue color part in that North Sea is there. There are several major industries and mining cities on the open sea. These industries and mining cities are linked between intercontinental trade. Why are they linked? For doing business. They can exchange a good. Intercontinental in the sense from one continent to another continent. These industries are exchanging the goods. Trade is going on. So this river Volga, which is the longest river of Europe, is joining into Caspian Sea, is going and joining into Caspian Sea, but this doesn't help in transcontinental trade. Remember, though this is going and joining into Caspian Sea, it doesn't help. It is not possible, it is not easy to travel through this riverway, as the cities in the Volga are not linked for doing trade. So it is difficult to have a transportation or a travel through this river or waterways. Thank you.